Hello and welcome to Tackle That TBR, a series in which we tackle my TBR. I do apologize for the sounds that the washer and dryer are making. I'm doing laundry. What can I say? If you are new here, hello, my name is Eve, and Tackle That TBR is a little series that I do. In my first 2 episodes, I would pick a few books out of a jar. I have every single book on my physical TBR written down and put into a jar. I would pick out a few of them and read those books, but in this episode, we're doing it a little bit differently because I just really want to mood read. But I want to stick to my physical TBR. I don't want to buy books right now. I just want to knock out some of those books. So that being said, I don't know what books I'm in the mood for yet. There is one book that I'm reading right now that we are going to be starting with, and that is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. So first and foremost, we are going to be finishing this book today. I have been reading this book since April 29th. I just checked on Goodreads, and today is July 21st. So it's been a very long time that I've been reading this book. I am obsessed with it. I already know this is going to be 5 stars. This is going to be one of my 6-star reads. I am anticipating that this is going to be my favorite book of the entire year. I am seriously loving it so much. Even though this is a massive book, it is 1,000 pages long. There is not a single moment I would have taken out of this book. Everything was needed, everything was important, and it's all just so interesting. For a long time in this book, I was so confused about what the actual magic system is in this book, but the way we're learning about it is so well done. It is so cool. I'm not gonna say how we're learning about it because that would be a big spoiler, but it's just like, it's just so good. It's literally so good. Do you guys think it's good? Because it's good. This book is like, you'll see a lot of men read it. It's definitely like a boys book, but I hate that. I don't agree with that. I obviously am a woman and I'm loving this, and so I think a lot more women should read this because it is just fascinating. I think Brandon Sanderson writes so well and everything is just incredibly engaging. I'm loving this so much. I have just a tiny little bit left. I'm on page number 916 out of like, I think 1,001. So I have a little less than 100 pages left. On Audible, it says I have about 2 hours left, but I think I'm actually just gonna sit here and read it physically. I don't know, just seems like it'd be satisfying to finish this one up physically. I'm really scared because like now that we're like less than 100 pages left, it's like everything is like, this is the culmination of the story, or at least for the first book. This is a 5-book series. But like everything's coming together. It's very, very intense. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Brandon Sanderson is not afraid to kill people off, and that terrifies me. So we'll see. This is what we're starting with. Thank you so much for joining me on this Tackle That TBR journey for this episode. It's episode 3. I don't know if I've said that. But yeah, once I finish this book, then we'll go to my shelves and we'll find another book. The goal for this video is to finish up 3 books, but we'll see. With my work schedule, I've been not reading at all. I literally have not finished a book since July 3rd. And it is nearly the end of July. So anyways, let's get cozy and read this. I don't have to work today. It is 12 o'clock noon, and I plan to just sit and read all day, be cozy, relax, maybe sit outside for a minute because it's gonna be like only 78 degrees today. But I've been talking for long enough and I just want to get to reading, so let's do that. Yes, it is true. I have finished The Way of Kings. I cannot believe that this day has officially come. This was incredible. It literally like exceeded all expectations. I knew it was gonna be amazing because I loved Mistborn, but this is like on another level. I loved this. This is definitely a 6-star read. I don't know how any other book this year will be better than this. It was phenomenal. My favorite book of the year so far. I loved this. The ending was so good. None of the crucial characters died, and I'm so happy about that because I don't know if I could handle that right now today. Oh my gosh, it is so good. I immediately want to jump into the second book, but I also want to read other books, so I'm not going to do that. First book for Tackle That TBR episode number 3 has been completed with The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, and this is a 5 out of 5 star. 6-star read. This was phenomenal. What a way to start this video. You're so high up. Let's bring you down a little bit, shall we? Okay, so this is my TBR shelf. This is not where all of my unread books are, but this is just like the bulk of it. So I think in order to tackle my TBR, we should pick our second book. I almost said our first book. We should pick our second book from this shelf. So let's take a peek at what we've got going on. Hang on. Okay, I like that better. Let's see, what do we have? We could read so many things. Let's just bring out some stuff that I'm interested in right now and we'll just look at them. I have taken out 5 books from my shelves that we'll go over. These are just the books that I could see myself reading right now that I'm in the mood for. So the first one is The Glittering Edge. This is by Alyssa Villar. I have been seeing this circulating for the last month, and people are saying this is a very good summer read. It is a longer one, but the font is like fairly large, and it is a really, really beautiful book. Let me take off this cover. So this is like what the book looks like. It's so beautiful, and then the inside just has like some artwork on it. So this is like a witchy book. There's like 2 rival families. One family put a curse on another family to where like if they ever, if they ever fall in love, then they die, something like that. I don't know, I could have that wrong. Anyways, people are saying this is really good. I am wary of witch stuff because sometimes it's like too icky for me. Like Harry Potter stuff, I'm totally fine with that. But we'll see if this is like too much like witchcraft ickiness. I don't know how else to explain it. All of these books, I just realized, are like super summery. So we have A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Cathrall. This one is told in like a series of letters between 2 people, I'm pretty sure. And it's like these people were sending letters to each other and then they went missing. And so like these other people, who I think are their siblings or something like that, are reading their letters to see what went down, where have they gone, I do believe. Then we have Outline. This is by Rachel Cusk, a very famous book. I think this takes place in Greece and it is like a literary fiction, just like the story of multiple people's lives, something along the lines of that. I don't know, it seems like it could be pretty good. Then we have a Michael Crichton book. This is called Pirate Latitudes. I've been hankering for a pirate book recently. I love pirate stuff. Like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are some of my all-time favorite movies. This one, I don't know anything about it. I saw it at the bookstore and I was like, I really want that. And I just know it is about pirates. So this is a high contender. And then we have Death Valley. This is by Melissa Broder. I can't remember her name, but it's a YouTuber. I'll put her picture right here. But she loves this book, and ever since she talked about it, I was super intrigued by it. It's like she finds this giant unnatural cactus in the middle of the desert, and there's like an opening in it, and she goes into the opening and is like transported to a world or something like that. I don't know, sounds super weird, like a very strange literary fiction, which is something I could also be down for right now. So I will sit with my thoughts for a moment. I think I'm gonna eat a little something and you shall see what I decide to pick. So, as you saw, I started a book. I started Death Valley by Melissa Broder. The reason I chose this one, honestly, I just picked it up, read the first page, and then didn't want to stop reading. And so I just kept reading it. I am not very far into this. I'm 25 pages in. Let's see how long this book is. It is 232 pages. So it's really not that long. And at this point, it seems like this is a sad girl book. Like very, very sad so far. Her father has been in a coma for a while. He died for like 5 seconds or something, and then he died again, but he's like, they resuscitated him. Resuscitated him? Anywho, they helped him be alive again. And so now he's just in this coma. She is just going through it. She's had to like take care of him. Also, her husband has this chronic illness he's been dealing with for years, where he like can't function like a normal person should be able to function. And basically she's just going through it. She's really going through it. And so she takes a week-long vacation at a Best Western in Death Valley. She says she's going to like do some research for this book that she's writing, and there's like a desert portion in that book she's writing. So at this point, she's just in her hotel room. She loves a good Best Western hotel, and she's just trying not to think about her life and how sad and horrible it is. And I am really, really enjoying this writing. So far, it's just like very relatable in a way. And like the phrases she uses is just like so real. There's been talks about like religion and stuff. There's been things where she's like asking God for something and then saying like, well, is this a selfish thing to ask of God? At what point does something we're asking of God become selfish? Like stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so relatable. Yeah, there's just been a lot of relatable content in this, I guess. She is depressed. She has depression. And she's trying to just find herself again. She's trying to feel good again. And that's why she's escaping by herself to the desert. I'm going to do a bit of an update while I eat my dinner, which is Frosted Flakes. So I have been reading Death Valley for maybe like an hour, hour and a half. And I am already on page 105. This is a very compulsive and addicting read, and I couldn't even tell you why, because literally nothing has happened. We're basically in this woman's perspective just the entire time, and we're just getting her thoughts and her mental state. This book just deals with grief in multiple different ways, but mainly just like almost like a premature grief, like grieving someone before they die is what this book is dealing with. And it's very hard-hitting, and I just can't stop reading it. And so I'm just gonna sit here and read some more. I don't think I'll finish this book today, but that'd be cool if I got to page like 150 today. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning now, the day after I started this video. I am so far into Death Valley. I honestly could have sat down and just finished this entire thing yesterday, but me and Elijah are watching the 50 States in 50 Days with Ryan and Haley. Anyways, we sat down and watched that yesterday, so I stopped reading, but I got up to page number 172, and I am still very much enjoying this one. It's not going to be like a 5-star. I think it'll probably be around 3.5 stars, just because this is not my normal kind of thing, and I don't think it'll stick with me for that long, but it is exactly what I need right now. It is just so much fun. It has a lot of humor, while also a lot of real life like sadness, but she definitely copes with humor, and I just really relate to her. No, it's just such a fast read, and like I just want to pick it up and read it. I'm having so much fun with this. It could be 4 stars. I don't know. We'll see how the ending is. But I don't think I'm gonna have like any time to work or read today, because I'm about to head off to work right now. I have an hour break at work, but I'll probably only read for like 30 minutes. And then I get off work at 6 today, and directly after work, I'm going to the movies. We're gonna go see Jurassic World with our friends. I'm really excited. So probably not gonna read a lot. It would be awesome if I could somehow finish this today, but I just don't see that happening. So I'll probably most likely finish this book tomorrow and then start up a new one. The rest of the week, I am unfortunately working every single day. So I'm really hoping to get through 3 or 4 books, but the goal is 3. It is the next morning. I did in fact see Jurassic World, and might I say, that was a 10 out of 10. That was literally such a good movie. Ugh, I loved it so much. I am a huge fan of Jurassic Park. I also love the Jurassic World movies, which I know is not a popular opinion, but I just love movies in general. But this Jurassic World Rebirth, I think is what it's called, it felt so much like the original Jurassic Park, and I really, really loved it. That is definitely a movie I'll be watching like over and over in the future. Anyways, guys, I actually finished Death Valley yesterday, at work. And I'm so happy about it because I really didn't think I was gonna be able to finish it. I think overall, I'm going to be giving this book 3.75 stars. I really enjoyed it. I had such a great time with it. It was exactly what I needed at the moment. I'm just so happy that this is what I decided to pick up right now. I really enjoyed it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 4-star. I think this is a 4-star the more that I think about it because I really enjoyed it and I definitely recommend it. I like that there's not a lot of weird sexual content in this book, and I say that because in a lot of sad girl literary fiction, there is really weird content like that. There is like a couple of random things she says that I'm like, oh, okay. But overall, it's just her getting lost in the desert, thinking about life, thinking about death. It is overall just the fear of death, the fear of dying, the fear of getting close to people because you know they're gonna die. I felt like I related so incredibly much to this book. I just really recommend this book. I really liked it. I love a book set in the desert as well. I'm learning, like Dune, An Ember in the Ashes, this book. Let's see, what else? Throne of Glass, when she has like the whole novella where she's in the desert. I know there's more, but anyways, I just love a desert setting for some reason. And I loved that about this. It made me want to go out into the desert and go camping. But yeah, 4 stars to Death Valley. With that being said, I have picked my next book and I'm very excited about it. I am going to be reading Pirate Latitudes by Michael Crichton. I thought this was fitting since he wrote Jurassic Park and I just saw Jurassic World and loved it. Let's see what this book is about. Jamaica in 1665 is a rough outpost of the English crown, a minor colony holding out against the vast supremacy of the Spanish Empire. Port Royal, Jamaica's capital, a cutthroat town of taverns, grog shops, and bawdy houses, is devoid of London's luxuries. Life here can end swiftly with dysentery or a dagger in your back. But for Captain Edward Hunter, it is a life that can also lead to riches if he abides by the island's code. In the name of His Majesty King Charles II of England, gold in Spanish hands is gold for the taking. Word in port is that the Spanish treasure galleon El Trinidad, fresh from New Spain, is stalled in nearby Matanceros Harbor. Matanceros? I don't know, harbor, awaiting repairs. With the help of his cunning crew, Hunter hijacks El Trinidad and escapes the deadly clutches of its commander, the blood-swilling Kazaya, leaving plenty of carnage in his wake. But his troubles have just begun. Just like a classic pirate story, and I am very much in the mood for something like this. I'm about to go to bed. It's 8:45 p.m., but I'm so exhausted and my husband was already asleep, so it is bedtime. But I wanted to give you an update on Pirate Latitudes by Michael Crichton. So I was reading this and first let me just say I'm not really liking this that much. And I was really confused because I felt like Michael Crichton is a very well-known famous author of Jurassic Park and other works. And so I was reading this and I was like, this is not good writing. What is going on? So I went onto Goodreads and I was looking at the reviews. Turns out this book was published after his death. They like found this novel and published it. And so a lot of people are like, they should have just left this in the drafts. Like he was not able to edit it probably the way that he would want to edit it. The writing is just not very good. Women in this story, the only women in here are written to be so shallow. All they want is like to hook up with men. They will cheat on their husbands. All they want is to hook up with people. It's just like, it's gross, you know? And obviously, as a woman, I don't want to read about women who are like that, especially when that's how every woman in this book has been written so far. One of them's not even a woman. It's a 15-year-old girl who is a woman. Like, it's so weird. It's gross. So I don't like that. I don't like that there are like men in their 40s and 50s who are attracted to 15-year-old girls. It's gross. It's weird. I don't get why we had to put that in here. I was really just wanting like a very fun, exciting pirate adventure. So I'm gonna have to like look up a book that's like that. But this is just, it's not very good. But that being said, I am 100 pages into this, and this book is only like 300 pages. So I am going to finish this most likely, because I did hear there's like exciting things that are going to happen, like sword fights, sea monsters, stuff like that. And finally at this point we are like on this sea voyage, which is like what I was yearning for, you know, like a good sea voyage with pirates going to do pirate things like steal treasure. But yeah, that being said, I am going to continue in it and see what happens. Some people rate this 5 stars, some people rate this 1 star. So far, it is a 1 star for me. I'm not going to lie. Maybe a 1.5 star because I do love the ocean and some parts are enjoyable, but overall, I'm just like, what the heck is this, you know? But I'm intrigued enough to keep going. So I'm gonna try to read another 100 pages of this tomorrow before work. If I'm not loving it by page 200 and I don't feel like reading another 100 pages, I'm just gonna DNF and pick something else. But so far, I don't recommend. It's feeling icky, but I'm gonna keep trucking along. Good morning, everybody. It is a really beautiful morning outside. I should put some clips in here. But anyways, it's like, what time is it? 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. I woke up at 7:30 today feeling alive and fresh and ready to go. And I also woke up with the clarity that I needed, I think, that I'm not going to finish this book. I'm just going to go ahead and we're just not going to finish Pirate Latitudes. I was laying in bed last night thinking, I don't want to pick that book up. I don't want to read about women who are written as objects. And I don't want to read the poor writing. I really want to read Jurassic Park by him because obviously that's a classic at this point. And I love the movies. But this is just not going to do it for me. I don't love it. I don't love misogynistic writing. So we are going to put this down. It's still great because I have another book off my TBR. So for this video, that's 3 books off this TBR so far, and it's only Thursday. So with that being said, I'm actually going to pick up another book today, and that is Voyage of the Basilisk. This is by Marie Brennan. This is book number 3 in the Lady Trent series, and I am obsessed with this series. I've talked about it a lot on this channel. This is about Miss Lady Trent. This is about Isabella Camhurst. She is a dragon naturalist, which means she studies dragons. She is obsessed with them. She is so fascinated by them. She loves them. And so far, for the first 2 books, we've gone on 2 expeditions, one to a really cold place, one to a warm tropical climate. This book, I believe, takes place overseas, which is still perfect for the theme of this video, which is just summer. I'm just gonna read the back for you. It says, those familiar with the illustrious and notorious career of dragon naturalist Isabella Camhurst may believe themselves already acquainted with the particulars of her historic voyage aboard the Royal Survey ship Basilisk. But the true story of that illuminating, harrowing, and scandalous journey has never been revealed until now. 6 years after her perilous exploits in Ariga, Isabella embarks on her most ambitious expedition yet, a 2-year trip around the world to study all manner of dragons in every place they might be found. Accompanying her is not only her son Jake, but a chivalrous foreign archaeologist whose interests converge with Isabella's in ways both professional and personal. Science is, of course, the primary objective of the voyage, but as devoted readers of Isabella's earlier memoirs may have come to expect, things are rarely that simple and never that safe. These are just so much fun. They are written from Isabella way in the future. She's just recounting all these crazy stories from her life, and it is a blast. So I'm actually going to listen to this one on Spotify. This morning I have a hankering, if you will, to go through all of my Halloween and Christmas decor and see what I want and what I don't want anymore. And then I actually want to go to TJ Maxx. I haven't been there in a really, really long time because I just don't shop there. But it's fun to go every once in a while to see what they have. So I'll leave here. Anyways, I'll leave here at like 9:15. It's like 8 right now, so about an hour. So let's just start reading this book. It's about 6 hours on Spotify if you read in 2 times speed, which I in fact do. So I'm just gonna start that right now. I'm gonna use my Basilisk War College bookmark because it has dragons on it and it's perfect. Let us begin. I have, in fact, shopped till I dropped. But let's make me look a little more presentable, shall we? First and foremost, The Voyage of the Basilisk by Marie Brennan. I'm 150 pages into this book right now, about 40%, and I am liking it. I'm not quite obsessed with this one because it doesn't seem like there's like a full solid plot. It's like we're just going on this voyage with her to see different dragons, but it's not like they're working towards something. It's just a voyage, and she's telling us the differences between all these dragons. I'm still really liking it. Like, I think this is going to be 4 stars still. It's just like there's not a plot, you know? We do meet a new character who I am quite enjoying, and her son is like 8 years old or something, and so it's fun to see his perspective on things and where he's like putting his interests towards. It's really fun, and I just really highly encourage you to pick up this series because it's just a blast. It's so much fun. This one is perfect for summertime because so far everything has taken place in like warm tropical areas on the ocean. It is definitely such a great summer read, and I'm happy that I picked this up right now. That's all I have to say right now. Not a whole lot of thoughts. I have like 3.5 hours left of this book, and I'm enjoying it. That being said, I have some things to show you. So I did go to TJ Maxx, and I went to Half Price Books and sold some books, and subsequently bought more books. First, I'll show you the things I got from TJ Maxx. I decided to get rid of some Halloween things, some Christmas things, and in return, I bought some new Halloween items because they do in fact have a lot of Halloween / fall decorations out at the moment, and they're really, really cute. I didn't go crazy. I gave myself a budget, and I actually stayed pretty under budget, which is great. But I'm so excited about these items. So first, I got this pillow, which I just think is so cute. It goes perfect for what I envision in my house, just like a kind of vintagey Halloween. I don't know. It's really cute. It's more on the spooky side, which I like. I like not like scary, but I like Disney spooky. And I just think this is so perfect and adorable, and I love it so, so much. It's also got like these ghosts on it that are super soft. I just love this. It's so cute. Then I got something that I'm probably most excited for, and that is a Mickey Mouse pumpkin. You will see these everywhere at Disneyland during the winter or fall time. I have a wreath that goes on my door that is Mickey Mouse pumpkin, but this one is special because it lights up. I'm so happy about it. It is so, so cute. I'm so happy that I got this. I think I just got 2 more things. First one being just a candle. I'm so low on candles. At one point I had like 10 candles, but now I have only 1 more left. So I decided to get a fall candle. This one is maple hazelnut. It is a wooden wick candle. So tasty. And finally, I actually got a pair of earrings. And they are the Mickey Mouse pumpkin earrings. I think these are so adorable, and I will 100% wear them. So that is it for my TJ Maxx haul. Let me be clear, I am in no way ready for fall yet. I am still just soaking in the summer, but it can never hurt to prepare, okay? And I need to make myself excited for fall because you know what? It's gonna be here in a couple months and I have to start mentally preparing now if I wanna have a good time. So then I went to Half Price Books, I sold some books, and I bought some books and a puzzle. I'll show you the puzzle first. So I got a Cinderella puzzle. Obviously, I'm a Disney adult. I am unashamed of that. So most of the puzzles I have are, in fact, Disney. And I got 3 books, and I didn't even realize until right now, but they are all sci-fi. First one I got is Dune Messiah. I've already read this book. I read this whole series, and it's one of my favorite series of all time. But I had gotten rid of this series after reading it for some reason, even though I knew it was going to be one of my favorite series ever. So I am slowly just repurchasing the series because I would love to reread the entire thing at some point. So yeah, this is the second book in the series. It is wonderful. There's that. Dune Messiah by Frank Herbert. Then the next 2 books are from authors I have previously read from before. So I got The Kraken Wakes. This is by John Wyndham. He wrote The Day of the Triffids, which is a book I read, but this is what the cover looks like. I don't actually know what this book is about, but I loved Day of the Triffids, so I wanted to pick this one up, especially because they're just really cool covers. It says Britain 1953. It begins with red dots appearing across the sky and crashing to the ocean's deeps. At first, many people believe that these aliens are interested only in what's down below, but when the polar ice caps begin to melt, it becomes clear that these beings have no intention of sharing the Earth and that humankind might just be on the brink of extinction. An ingenious early example of climate fiction, The Kraken Wakes is an overlooked classic by one of the 20th century's most brilliant science fiction and horror writers. I'm very excited for this. I love a good alien book. The last book I got is The Last Astronaut. This is by David Wellington. I don't know what this one's about either. I just know that his series, the Paradise 1 series, I'll put a picture of the cover here. It's one of my favorite sci-fi series ever. Both of the books I've read in the series so far are 5 stars. I'm waiting patiently for the 3rd book to be announced, but yeah. In the meantime, I have another book by him to read. This one says, a large alien object has entered the solar system on a straight course toward Earth. It has made no attempt to communicate and is ignoring all... It has made no attempt to communicate and is ignoring all transmissions. Out of time and out of options, NASA turns to former mission commander Sally Jansen. Jansen was their leading astronaut until a mission to Mars ended in disaster. Haunted by her failure, she lives in quiet anonymity. Wow. Convinced her days in space are over. She's wrong. So, yeah, on the front it says, we thought we no longer needed her. So I think this is just another sci-fi horror book because that's what Paradise 1 is. I am very excited for this. I'm very excited for all of these books and my new puzzle and my new fall decorations. So yeah, that is my update. I am home now. I have to go to work in about an hour, so I'm just gonna keep listening to my book, clean up a bit. Good morning. It is Friday morning and I have an update on Voyage of the Basilisk. I am up to page number, oh, this doesn't have a page number, 273, chapter 16. So I'm gonna finish this morning. I'm pretty tired today. I don't know what the deal is. I tried to wake up at 7:30, but I just immediately fell back asleep and woke up at like 8:45. So I guess I just needed to sleep a little bit more. But I am loving this. I got to go on a walk for my break yesterday that you saw. It was so nice, and I got to listen to this while I was walking around, and I'm just gonna finish it up this morning. And I think this is gonna be the last book I read for this video because the next book I want to read is a reread. So technically that's not tackling my TBR if I have already read it. So this will be the last book for the video. So let's just read this. I think I'll probably do my new puzzle. So let's go. Hello, I am here to end off this video. I have just finished up Voyage of the Basilisk by Marie Brennan. This was so wonderful. I ended up really liking this. The majority of this book takes place on an island very similar to Hawaii, which I love. I'm obsessed with Hawaii. It's my favorite place on earth. And so I really enjoyed the setting. I also just loved being on the sea. It was just so much fun. I loved it. And it ended up having like a decent plot. Like things were actually happening by the end of it. Still, with that being said, I think this is my least favorite one in the series so far, just because it didn't have a super strong plot, but still I'm rating it 4 stars, which is incredible. I love this series so much. It's just really great. I love that there are so many like fun bits of art throughout the book. It's just a really great time, and I'm very happy that this is what I ended off with. So let's do a quick recap of all the things I read in episode 3 of THAT TBR. We started it off with finishing The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I gave that one 5 stars. It's probably gonna be my favorite book of the year, and I'm just so happy that I finally finished it. And actually I did start the second book, but that just wasn't included in this video because it's gonna be a while until I finish it, I think. Also, I don't own the second book, so it's not a part of my physical TBR. Let's see, what else did I read in this video? Oh yes, I read Death Valley by Melissa Broder. I gave that one 4 stars. I really enjoyed that one, and I picked it up at just the perfect time. It was everything I needed in the moment. Then I tried to read Pirate Latitudes by Michael Crichton. Hated that. DNF'd that. Would never recommend that to anyone ever. And then we finished off this video reading Voyage of the Basilisk, which is a 4-star read for me. We got 4 books off my physical TBR, so I'd say that's a very successful episode. I need to stop filming. My brain is mush. I'm so tired. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I will just see you in my next one. Goodbye.